Hi guys, Ponniah. Welcome to another edition of A Purpose to Life. I'm not sure whether it's the age that's making me do all these things, or just getting aware of social consciousness and environmental consciousness that's driving me to do this. This box or box-shaped frame you see is actually a part of my backyard fencing from home, and I got my fence replaced last year, and I was actually going to toss this out, but then I thought, okay, maybe it might come handy for some purpose, some reason or the other. So I brought it to the cottage. Originally I wanted to make a nice what do you call this, flower tray, like a planter tray, out of an ash tree or something like that, or even cedar tree, one of those big trees that might that would have fallen over the winter. But then I thought, you know what, to haul it, to get that sod and all that is going to cost me. So, and then it's a bit tight right now. So I thought, okay, you know what, let me see whether I can use these frames instead. So that's what I have done. I brought this, kept it over the winter. So it's not really nice looks wise, but I am going to fill this with some dirt, mud, some peat moss, and then plant perhaps hostas or a fern. Why I have chosen those two mainly because it's less maintenance for me, and it will come year after year. So it's like a perennial family, so it's not something that I need to plant annually, other than just put some manure and tend to it. Further, especially the hosta tends to grow and flow. So I'm hoping once it really catches up, it will cover the box. So it will just be the foliage that will show. So that's what I intend. There are a couple of these boxes, one next to the shed as well. But as I plant, I will be making the videos, and as the plant grows and as it and if it comes the way I am anticipating, I will post those also. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel and place your likes and comments. Thank you. Hi guys, Ponniah. Welcome to my channel, A Purpose to Life. As I mentioned yesterday, I am in the process of trying to use items that can be recycled, reused, rather than just tossing them away. A perfect example I gave the description yesterday with the pictures, and now it's time for me to cover up with dirt and peat moss and plant them with probably hostas or ferns. The emphasis here is not about planting. That's the least of it, because anyone can plant the way they want. There is emphasis if you want to plant meticulously, but here the focus is on how to recycle, how to reuse. One man's trash can be another's treasure, and I feel that all the ways, always, and that's what I'm trying to do now. expecting thunderstorms here, so in Bancroft, so I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible. This is not the ideal soil that I would use. These are potting soil, mainly used for indoor plants, or where you have plants typically in a plant or so. But I had this sitting in the shed over the winter months, and I thought, okay, until I bring a load of dirt for the rest of the garden, I thought I will use these that are available. So I went by yesterday to the town of Bancroft, and I was going through. I actually went to buy some hosta bulbs so that I could plant them, but unfortunately they only had plants. So I came across two hostas that I will be showing later on, but and it's ideal for this climate. It withstands a harsh winter. It can retain up to minus 40 centigrade of cold winter, so that's great. Also, those two will eventually have some pods, and then once it dries up, it will germinate by itself. It bursts actually, and it will spread. So I don't have any issues with that. Probably about another year or so, it will be full of the tray. This one, on the other hand, is a rhubarb plant that I found, and I got reminded of my mom making rhubarb jelly and jam back in the days at home, and we used the stalk to cut and boil them and add some sugar and so on. So I just got reminded, and I thought I was quite fascinated of it. I have seen rhubarb in the past here, but I never bothered to go. But this time it just kind of drove me towards it, and I bought it, and I'm going to plant that. So this is the trough that I was working on earlier, and as I said, this is the hosta that I'm going to plant. You already see this is filled with the pod casings. Basically, I'm sure there will be some seeds in it, and they will also germinate. So I think I'm quite happy. I was initially disappointed that I could not find the hosta bulbs that I wanted to get, but then on the other hand, when I thought, hey, I clumsy here. It's well rooted, so. So this is what I wanted to really have next to the shed and behind the cottage, but as you can see, it's labor intensive, and also to find that kind of wood and do will cost me a bit. So I feel that I can wait for a while, and in the meantime I can just use or recycle what I have in hand and go from there. Okay, thank you.